Hey, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we got the performance review on these guys right here. This is the Adidas Dame 4. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the traction was the one part of the shoe that I was not sure how it was going to perform. It's quite possibly the strangest looking traction I've ever seen, but it's one of the better working tractions that I've used in recent memory. Not quite Hall of Fame level or anything like that, but this stuff right here gets the job done and it gets it done really well. What I like is that all of the little grooves right here are aggressive and they're widely spaced apart. So dust does not have a huge negative impact on this guy right here as it did in something like the Dame 2. Now there are some sections where there are some very thin lines, and in those sections you can get a small amount of dust stuck in them. All you gotta do though is just wipe the sole real quick. Literally takes a second, and it does not happen too often, to where these were just a really fun shoe to play in. Like this right here takes everything that I loved about the 3 and just makes it a little bit better. Now as far as the cushion is concerned, bounce foam is used once again and it is implemented full length. However, this one feels much lower to the ground than any of the previous iterations, especially in the forefoot. This guy right here, right at the tip of the toe, you literally can feel the ground directly underneath you. And then from right about here back, that's when it starts to ride up. It gives you a plush ride in the back, and then it starts to go into a more responsive ride in the front, allowing you to really maximize court feel, push-offs, and basically if you're a speedy player, this is one of those shoes that's going to cater directly to that need. I still thought the impact protection was good overall. Again, it's not quite like it was in the Dame 3, maybe a small step down from that, but the benefit to that is that you feel just a half a step quicker than you did in that shoe. Now the materials in these guys are freaking awesome, man. At least in this pair, there's going to be certain shoes that use different materials. This is the mesh version, and that's just the one that I prefer. It gives you a ton of airflow with a material that requires almost no break in time. And then the tongue, collar, and heel area are actually this compression-like material, which just feels awesome on foot. If you were not a fan of the plasticky feeling TPU infused mesh that they used on the Dame 3, I think you're gonna love these. Now as far as fit is concerned, I went down half a size, and to me this is just perfect. I do have another pair that is a size 9, and while those are perfectly fine for me on court, I just like the way that the half a size down feels just a little bit more. I'm missing a lot of wiggle room in the toe because of going down half a size, but for me the containment and overall fit because of the half a size down, it just feels best. But whether you go true to size or down half a size, I think that you're going to be okay. Now the lockdown on these guys is awesome. This compression area right here is probably the best implementation of this type of setup that I've ever used. Normally when you see a compression collar, it's one of those weird high top looking shoes, and for whatever reason it's just more of a flimsy piece than an actual compression piece. This guy right here, it's almost a low, but it's kind of like a mid cut, and you can literally feel it on your foot where it sucks you in and you don't feel like you're going anywhere. Talk about compression. This guy right here feels awesome. It's not a suffocating type of compression either. It's just a really nice feeling compression. Like if you wear compression pants, it's kind of like that but for your feet. And then the lacing system right here is awesome. I didn't even really need to tighten them all that much, because once you do have everything laced up, you feel so locked in that it almost feels like these guys were made for you, even though they weren't. They were made for Damian Lillard. And if you can have a shoe like that where they were made for somebody else but they feel like they were made specifically for you, I say that's a win. Now the support features on these are very similar to the Dame 3, most notably the midsole where you sit and it cradles you within the shoe. However, that shoe rode really high. They had like a super thick midsole. It was like twice the thickness of this guy right here, even though half of it was hollow because you were sitting inside of it. They reduced all of that so these don't feel quite as clunky as those did, but you could see where they raised it in certain sections, and that's where you sit in, and it just feels awesome. It's great for lateral movements. You don't feel like you're ever going to slip over the footbed, which is what the Dame 2 was known for. The Dame 2, by the way, was a fantastic shoe, but that was its one drawback. They definitely fixed that with the 3, but because of the way that they fixed it, it made the shoe end up being a little bit clunky, which some people did not like. This guy right here is just a perfect balance between both. And the overall fit adds to that support. You have an internal heel counter here as well. This compression area right here, like I said before, is a compression area that actually works. It's not just there for looks. This stuff right here is awesome. I literally have no complaints with this shoe. I think that they're fantastic. And that pretty much takes care of it. In my personal opinion, I do think that this is a step up from the 3. I thought the 3 was a slight step up in certain aspects from the 2, but these guys right here just kill both of them. Like, this is the best Dame that they've made so far. And I don't ever let the price reflect its actual performance, because the performance features within the shoe don't actually change. Whether this shoe retails for 40 bucks or $140. The performance of the shoe is still the same. However, the Dame 4 continues the trend of Adidas and Damian Lillard offering the public an affordable shoe that actually performs well, making these one of the most bang for your buck models on the market today. Especially if we're talking signatures, like this is the best signature shoe, especially for the money. But that takes care of the performance review. Let me know what you guys think about the Dame 4 down below in the comments section. Have you played in them yet? If so, let me know what you think. Now, if you're interested in grabbing a pair, as always, there's going to be a link down below in the description box. It's going to head you over to eastbay.com where you can grab these, and stay tuned. They also have an exclusive colorway coming very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for your support. So until next time, guys, have a good one.